Contactless outdoor recreation. Those three words are going to be really important in this video today. Contactless. Stephen, we're being pretty contactless right now, yeah?
What?
We're being contactless.
Yeah, far enough away.
How have you been? Outdoor? Well, you can't get more outdoor than this. Faster, Stephen, faster!
Recreation which is defined as activity done for enjoyment when one is not working. I do not consider this to be working. I'm certainly hoping I'm going to enjoy it. So let's enjoy some contactless outdoor recreation for the first time in 2 months. Bravo Tower, Echo Yankee Zulu, ready holding point Alpha, downward departure.
I didn't quite catch the call sign of the Cirrus. You're on my right, clear for takeoff.
Echo Yankee Zulu, cleared for takeoff, on my right.
Okay, Yankee Zulu.
It didn't catch the call sign because I stuffed it up. I haven't said it for so long. Alright, ease the power in. Everything's coming up on the power. Airspeed's coming alive.
Way right, clear for takeoff, welcome.
PFD's just gone off.
London Center, good afternoon. Hackney, Quebec Uniform, flight level 230.
Echo Quebec Uniform, London Center.
My primary flight display, the left-hand screen, has just gone off. It's completely black, which is a little bit interesting. I can still fly my I'm VFR today, so I can still fly my standby instruments. I can disconnect the autopilot, which is good.
344, clear direct to Gugab. Calls Uniform, calls Alpha Bravo.
It looks like it's on, but
Golf Uniform, Golf Alpha Bravo 10 344.
it looks like the screen is not, like I can see lights. I think there's power to the screen, but I think the screen itself is actually gone,
H1013.
which is not what I wanted on this flight. HSI PFD1, that's the one I want. I'm going to reset the HSI PFD number 1. Pull the circuit breaker for HSI.
We're conducting runway 36 on a straight in approach.
Cathay 105, you can expect that side approach will formally advise.
Thanks very much, Cathay 105.
China Southern 344, contact me 132.6.
Well, this was going to be a wonderful flight about flying down the coast and the beauty of flying, and it's so nice to be back in aviation once again, and of course something breaks. See, what I don't have in this aircraft, this is the oldest Cirrus. I know the new Cirrus have got a button that you can push, which pushes basically everything onto the other screen if something like this does happen. So you can get all your airspeed, altitude, all that information that's normally on the PFD, and your engine information all on one. I don't have that. I have PFD, MFD. I do have the backup instruments down here, which is why it's really important to set the QNH, set your altimeter and everything on the ground beforehand. I'm glad I did remember to do that. Okay, let's call it.
Log 505, center.
I've got all I need down here basically to fly VFR. Well, to fly visual rules, I've got all I need out the front of the window, let's be honest. You have to go back to your basic training here. I'm no instructor, but you go back to power plus attitude equals performance. So I set power, which I can still see my engine instruments here. I hold an attitude, and I expect a performance, an airspeed. Now the good thing is I do have an airspeed indicator still down here, so I have that as a backup, but really rely just back on those visual flying skills from your early training if something like this happens. Oh, it's the first flight back. Why does it have to be the first flight after 2 months? Still actually have all the information I need. I've still got all my engine information. I've got my map page on there. I've got the GPS. So I'm not going to get lost. I've got my communication still, so I've got the radios. Autopilot though, that syncs to heading bugs and navigation information that's on here, so I don't have autopilot, so just hand flying it at the moment. But yeah, I've got my airspeed, I've got my artificial horizon, but I mean it's VFR, so I've got a real horizon out the front there, and that's what I'm using to fly. And altimeter, so the main difference is I use this obviously for speeds for landing, but I'm going to need to use the airspeed indicator here to get my speeds right for landing. But again, set your power, set your attitude, and you should get a speed. Hopefully we can land it in the same way that we always land it, just without all my nice fancy glass information in front of me. I never wanted this channel to be kind of the drama of aviation, like, oh my god, what happened? I can't believe this broke, and you know, heroic pilot saves the day. I never wanted it to be that, but I do want it to be real. So I'll be totally honest with you, on this flight today, I just wanted to do a bit of a flight, but also make a video on the new iPad Mini 6. So I was just going to head down the coast, record some bits about using the iPad Mini 6 in the air. But you've got to be capable and willing to change your plans when it comes to aviation. I mean, when it comes to most things in life, to be honest. And this is a good example of that. So I just need to ditch those plans. It's perfectly safe. I mean, the aircraft, the engine still turns, the aircraft still flies. I can see where I'm going. So it's not a bad situation, to be honest, but I'm not just going to push on down the coast and stick to what I was going to do. Because the aircraft's just come out of its 100-hourly service, I will just get this looked at and see if we can go on to fly another day. But let's take it back to the guys at Blue Demon, see what they have to say about it. Rabin Tower, Echo Yankee Zulu at Karam 1500, inbound with Papa.
Echo Yankee Zulu, Rabin Tower, join final 35 left.
Final 35 left, Echo Yankee Zulu.
G'day, Steph.
Up. Alright, that's 35. Got to use this compass because I don't have my HSI on here. So the good thing is I've actually been practicing these last 2 months of lockdown using the sim. I've been using X-Plane in the sim and the Talk Sim Echo Yankee Zulu model. It just keeps you a bit sharper than if I've just been sitting on my bum playing PlayStation for the last 2 months. I've been playing a fair bit of PlayStation as well, I'll be honest.
500.
Okay, power's good, airspeed's good. Hold it off now, hold it off. Typical. You lose half your instruments and you do one of the better landings that you've done for a while. Alright, let's go see what was wrong. Stephen!
No. Is it? So Stephen's just gone to get another screwdriver just to see if we can. So anybody in the comments who's watching this, if you're about to type, have you turned it off and on again? Thanks. Yes. We did. That was pretty much the first thing that Stephen said. Tripped the circuit breakers, turned it off. Checked in the back here, the wiring behind the actual screen itself. Stephen, we might need to do a to be continued. To be continued. He's shaking his head. It's never a good thing when an engineer is shaking his head like that.